What's going on, sir?
Hey, how you doing? How you doing?
Good, man. Chilling, chilling. Not much.
How your Sunday going?
Busy, doing house duty things, my dog and everything else. So, Sunday I go to bed a little bit like way earlier to get ready for the week, but it's been busy so far.
Thank you for meeting with me today. I
Of
know
course.
initially I was trying to aim a little too late, so I
Yeah.
apologize for that.
Nah, you good, you good.
So what you working on right now? Anything coming up?
Nothing right now set in stone, like, just not really no fight talks at the moment, but I'm still training every day, still working hard, working on, just tightening up my arsenal, staying in shape, still sparring, still training hard like it's camp. But we always
hmm
pick it up to another level.
So at what age did you go into boxing?
Um, I started boxing when I was around 14, 15 years old. I was like a big time basketball player, had a lot of scholarships on the table, and I was doing my thing at Patterson Eastside. But my coach, he was always on me, like, telling me I got to get better, telling me I got to.
What position did you play?
I played the three, so
The
I was a
three.
bigger guard, so
Small
I
forward.
ended up finding the gym and walking to the gym and fell in love with it and been in love with it ever since.
That's real. That's real.
Yeah,
So it was like around high school, you would say?
yeah, yeah. It was definitely around high school.
So
Yep.
about 16, 17?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, okay.
Yep.
When did you know it was like this is serious? This is about to be my career. This is my dream.
Right before it was time for me to go to school, I didn't want to go. I had to. I don't know if you know what a letter of intent is, but I had scholarships left and right, and when it was really time for me to go to school, I was locking in with my trainer. I'm like, yo, they about to let girls in the Olympics. Like, we could do something with this. But
Right.
my mother wasn't having it. She was like, yo, you gotta go to school. Like, you gotta go get your degree. And when you get your degree, you experience that college basketball life. You come back, if this is something you still want to do, you can do that. And when I came back from school, I locked in, made the USA team, the Olympic team, and I've been serious about it ever since.
That's major. That's
Yeah,
major.
facts, facts.
So can you tell me about your first pro fight?
My first
Like
pro fight,
what was going through your you know what I mean? Like your emotions and stuff.
man. Like first, I had to cut weight, so that was crazy. Like I had to make weight for the first time in my life because I contended at heavyweight when I was an amateur.
Okay.
So I just remember being nervous as hell. Like, and we was fighting in North Carolina at the time. Shout out to North Carolina and South Carolina. They was putting on shows for people who was trying to, turn pro. And I wasn't fighting for no money. I was fighting for like McDonald's after the fight. Like I didn't get paid or nothing.
Um,
And I just remember being nervous, and I remember getting in there and tearing that girl the hell up. And then ever since then, like we just kept going and going and kept fighting.
what fight did you feel like started to wake people up or like their eyes were on you? Like the promotion, aspect of things. Like when did people come to you like, all right, I want to sign her?
Um, After I had won the WBC silver title in Mexico, I had posted like this highlight clip, like questioning, like, "Yo, do I got the look? Like, what is it? What's taking so long?" And I remember Amanda Serrano from the beginning was really watching me, and her team was really like they was really impressed with my skill set. People will go back to them and talk about, how I'm sparring these guys, these world championship caliber guys, and because I really didn't spar girls at all. And so after,
I went back and saw a lot of
yeah,
the earlier footage. I thought that I was like, yeah, you can hit a thump behind them punches. She ain't nothing
yeah,
to
so
play
there wasn't too many girls that was getting in there to kind of like deal with that thump. So I was
Right.
sparring like a lot of the guys, like a lot of top former world champion guys and people who was like a lot of guys, and I was keeping them honest. So they would go back to New York because we so close, New Jersey and New York, and they would just brag about it. So I think Amanda started keeping her eyes on me, and once she got signed to MVP and made her way and was able to do her thing, she started like you could tell she wasn't like
She
her
can
team.
start kind of pulling people or suggesting people that she can
Yeah, like
score.
her team wasn't selfish at all. Like her manager, her trainer Jordan, he was like,
You
"Yo,
definitely you wanted. I mean, I see you was one of the faces over there.
Yeah, yeah. I
Definitely.
mean, I was one of the second female that they signed before they started
Right.
signing all the girls. So I've been with them for a while. They real good people.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
like going forward, like where do you see yourself in like the next 3 to 5 years?
I see myself conquering the middleweight division.
So is
You
there a
know,
thing where
being
it's like you want to continue to move up once you conquer the middleweight division, or do you want to just stay put, or do you
it
want to
depends
move
on the
down?
opportunity. You know, there's not a lot of female fighters in the face of as far as women boxing is concerned in these higher weight classes that can really give you a go. I just defeated Savannah Marshall, which was one of the best. I took an L to Franchon Cruz, and then you got people like the likes of Clarissa Shields, who's a phenomenal fighter, who's done a lot for the sport. So it really just depends on what opportunities that I get presented with next.
Would, would you would you would you want to run that back? Like
And in the beginning, I felt like we was trying to, and I guess at the time, it was either like we gotta offer her a shitload of money, or you really don't have nothing that once you beat somebody and you take their belt, you kind of look at them like, yo, they not offering me like what I deserve, or what's the use to fighting you? You don't have nothing that I want. But now with me having three of the five titles, I think that now she's been calling me out saying she's interested in fighting, which
for a
it's all
rematch?
good. I mean, I want to because of like the smear campaign, especially, and what I went through during that fight camp. So I mean, it's whatever opportunity presents itself. If it works best for
I
me, then
mean,
I'm
y'all
good.
truly put together a classic, so I mean, it'd be nice to see y'all go out and
Yeah,
run it back
I just
again.
like it's
Run it
just
back again.
yeah, but it's hard. It's hard to fight somebody who kind of like does all the smothering and the holding and the hitting. And really, can I really say this? Because a lot of people thought I was holding Savannah, but me and Savannah, we got it. We went at it like two power punches. We really fought each other. So it's kind of hard to go from a fight like that to another fight where it's like come on, let's fight. Let's exchange punches, exchange combinations. So.
So you felt like it was like too much smothering going on during y'all match though.
I allowed it to happen. That was her game plan, and she's a great champion. I allowed it to happen because mentally where I was. So, whether I feel like that or not, like I was supposed to make the correct adjustments in that fight so that I can limit that.
I mean, that man said you fought two of the toughest females, you know, in the
Yeah.
division. So that's saying a lot. I think the Clarissa Shields fight, that's a fight that a lot of people have been talking about,
Oh
matching y'all
yeah.
name up against each other a lot.
Yes. It's a lot of fans want it. You know what
But
I'm
I mean, with
saying?
her being at heavyweight, like
Yeah.
would
I,
that be a fight that you would want to go up for, or
absolutely.
she
I
would have to
mean,
come down, or you would go up to her, of course.
I go up.
But no, I've heard her be vocal about potentially coming back down. That's why I
I
asked.
mean, she got belts at 175. So I wouldn't be opposed to going up. Whatever we could do to make sense and make a humongous fight, I'll be willing to do.
Okay, okay, okay. So going forward, like what's other things that you do outside of boxing? Like what's some things that like strike your passions?
I'm into fashion. I mean, personal fashion, especially like I like to throw that stuff on. I like different stuff. I also work with kids. I train people. I work with children. I work with Patterson Recreation to give back to my community. I'm
I used to
always
be a
training.
daycare teacher. That's funny you said
And
that.
that's dope. Yeah, man. That's my way of being able to give back. I like to feed the homeless when I get a chance to.
That's dope.
I'm an active Monty, like an aunt and a mom. I've always got the kids around me. They keep me sane. They keep me light. So if I'm not, doing something with the kids or
Congratulations on your marriage as well.
yeah, yeah, I've been married for 3 years now. I appreciate that. So, but mostly, really, I'm a homebody, man. Like I mess around with the music. I'm trying to teach myself how to DJ and play the game a little bit, but I stay out of the
I
streets.
actually been kind of getting into just watching different DJs, like just their
Yeah,
whole sets and stuff. Cause I
yeah.
work in the club as well. I'm a bouncer, so
Okay, nice, nice.
I'm a pretty small bouncer. I'm only 5'7".
Yeah, yeah. I was about to say, like, I can't
I
tell
don't,
when you
I
look.
don't know who. I don't know who gonna be intimidated if somebody 5'7" trying to be a bouncer, but
Yeah,
it's more of it's a chill club
it's
though.
all good. You do
But
what you got to do.
when I watch the DJ sets, I started to just see the differentness. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
like what can bring the crowd together with kind
Mm-hmm.
of can make the crowd go flat, just
Right.
different things like that. So I definitely see that being a good hobby or something to do, you know what I mean, on the side.
Yeah.
This is one of my many, when I got into boxing promotion, it's because I started out dealing with artists, like musicians
Mm-hmm.
and stuff in my area. And then from there I started to ask around if I should be a boxing, promoter or social media page, or you know what I mean,
Yeah.
like voice of
Yeah.
boxing. And Dirk Scooter Davis, he had told me, yeah, he just got signed to Top Rank not too long ago. So
Yeah, I seen that. Yeah, he's a great fight. Yo, he's tough, man. You know,
yeah.
I watched the fighters from the DMV area too a lot. 'Cause I feel like
What
they
what are
special.
what are some fighters you know of from the DMV?
Listen, man, I love Tank. Tank is one of my favorite fighters. Of course, he from the DMV. You got Boots out there. You got Scooter Davis. I'm still a huge fan of Lorenzo Simpson. I think that boy got the skills out of this world, and I kind of like,
Did did
his
you
mental.
how did you feel about his last fight?
I thought it was a great comeback fight. I think he need to keep going. I think he can be a world champion and one of the baddest men on in the planet. I think I
How,
really
how
like
much how
him.
much longer do you think it should be before he tries to rematch Tucker?
I don't think he should rematch Tucker. That was a good fight. Styles make fights. Tucker's at
Did,
160. I think Lorenzo need to go up in weight and go to 168. He's a nice, thick, muscle bound guy, and he killing himself to cut that extra 8 pounds.
right.
I think he should go at 168. He got the power. He got the skills that nobody's ever seen.
So you think
He's
every loss shouldn't be avenged, basically?
Yeah. I mean, I just him cutting all the way down to 160 and then rehydrating. I just don't see it. But who knows if that's
I
if
told
he
Tucker I feel like 158, number 154 would be good for him if he went down, but I don't
Tucker's
know.
Tucker's Tucker's fire.
I don't
Tucker's
know.
fire to watch, man.
I don't know if he'd be killing himself trying to make 54 or not, but
No, I think Tucker's very disciplined, and he's not a big of a guy to me. He's tall. I seen Tucker spar. Tucker, a lot of people don't know. I actually watched him beat Lorenzo Simpson, and just the way his attitude was prior to that fight, because he was such a big underdog. I
he
took
was
that with me.
confident though. His confidence
Yeah,
was
but
unmatched.
he was
Smooth.
a like. Let's be real though. He was a huge underdog. Nobody really
Definitely
gave him
was.
a
No,
chance.
definitely, definitely.
I took that attitude that he had about the game 7, and I took that into my fight. That's all I had on my mind. Like this game 7
Nah,
is
that's
either
real.
is either win or go home. So
That was an amazing performance you put together against Savannah Marshall.
I appreciate that, man.
That was great.
Um, I can't even watch that fight without being so critical about myself. I don't sometimes like it's certain rounds where I felt like I did horrible and I watch it just to go and learn, and I don't watch that fight gloating myself. I
I
watch
love
that fight.
I love the respect and the praise that you and Clarissa show each other as well. She
Yeah,
went on countless interviews and praised you about your technique and basically gave you respect and head nod. So that's gonna
yeah,
be a good fight when that finally happens.
facts.
I
That
just
that
like
was
when
it.
fighters can have that general respect for each other, that mutual
Yeah,
respect. But
yeah.
you know when it's time, y'all still gonna have fireflies. You know what I mean?
I
Because the
mean,
crowd was
early in both of our careers, we were cool. I don't think it's been so respectful lately. You know what I'm saying? So,
because
but it happens. It
I
happens.
I saw it in a past interview where
Yeah,
I heard you guys spar before multiple times.
yeah.
I was the spawn.
Great work.
Great
Great
work.
work. Great work. She's a beast.
So I think she was saying she was around maybe 168 around that time, or
Yeah, she was fighting at
she was coming at
165.
you. You was like maybe 188, 190.
Yeah,
Okay, okay,
yeah.
that's tough.
I keep it honest.
So
So, but it was.
do you feel like the extra weight like made a difference around that time period, or I mean you really don't
I
know,
was a new face. Like when I was
right?
sparring her, I only had 5 amateur fights. There was no way that I was supposed to be on the USA team with 5 amateur fights, but I've always trained like a professional. My trainer Barry Porter, he started me off and I had a very professional style. So she had like 80 fights, 60, 80 fights around that time. I had 5 and we just made for great work for each other. I mean,
Right.
she was, letting hands go with me. I was letting it wasn't no walk in the park. It was good sparring.
So would you feel like that's like your top opponent, the person you want most?
I think it. when you look at Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor, they're made for each other. They're
That's
gonna
real.
draw pay-per-view numbers. They're gonna draw a huge crowd, and I think the fact that with my recent win and what I got going on in my movement, I think that me and Shields will be like on that level. You understand what I'm saying? Like we could definitely be on that level.
How, and not to get off topic, but just wondering, how do you feel about the Layla Ali?
I ain't trying to see that, man.
You don't want to see that,
Nah, I like to leave legends where they are. You know.
right? I mean, I felt like the Mike Tyson fight coming against Floyd Mayweather coming up. I don't think that should happen. I think they
Me
should.
neither. But if these older guys want to make some money and secure a bag, I'm not against it. And I know that I'm saying I'm not against Floyd and Tyson because they both been retired, they both been out of the ring, they're both older.
I
To
mean, I
whereas
would like to see Floyd and Broner. I feel like that would be a good
it
recovery
could
for
be,
Broner. You
yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah,
If he got himself together for that, and
it
that'd be a
could
good
be.
extra. But can you imagine the pressures? That'd be crazy.
Yeah, they talk a mean one, man.
Right, and then they
Yeah,
got the
bro.
history. I just feel like with the history and the past, you know what I mean? Like I just think it's
Yeah,
more there than the Foster Tyson situation. But I mean, good payday. Do what you gotta
great
do.
payday. Them guys deserve that. But I think Layla being retired and Clarissa being so active, I wouldn't want to see that. Like, I wouldn't want to see a Floyd come back and face like a Boots, or a Floyd come back and face a guy that's been actively
did you catch that
fighting.
Canelo Crawford fight?
Yes, I did. I done watched that fight like 60 times, man. It was a beautiful thing.
What was your thoughts?
I thought Terrence Crawford looked amazing. I don't think he's human, man.
Did you already kind of see that coming into it? Like, did you have Bud? Like, you picked Bud early?
Man, listen, I picked Bud for by decision. I
Mm.
picked a draw, and if it was gonna be a KO, I picked Canelo with a KO,
Mm.
just for safety
Right,
reasons.
right, right, right.
But I had Bud winning 12-round decision. I definitely
Yeah,
had Bud winning.
I mean, I had Bud 1 and 2. I didn't think he was going to come in there and perform that great though. I'm not
He
gonna
looked
lie,
it phenomenal.
not to that level of making Canelo kind of look average a bit.
Yeah, a
You know
bit.
what I mean? I felt like he was just so many steps ahead. It just
It was crazy.
right.
He did everything he was
And
supposed to
of
do.
course, I mean, if we talking about underdog, I mean, that was a prime example of
Prime
a
example. That's
underdog
what I'm
story.
saying. That's
But
what I'm saying.
I went on record to say this early when Canelo first wanted to fight Spence. I knew if Bud would defeat Spence, then
He
you're
would
not
get it.
doing right. He would get that fight later on because it just
Yeah,
made
but Bud
sense.
also he tricked us out because for a minute he was saying like, "Yo, that's too big. I'm not jumping up that weight classes."
He
But
did say that. He
he
did.
did.
And I
But when you
thought, I would have liked for them to meet more in the middle of 160. That would have
Nah,
been,
you gotta
but
understand Bud's strong. He's smart. But I be
it,
seeing Bud and like I'm a big Bud fan, not just because of what he do in the ring, but how he is outside of the ring, how he is with his
right.
children, how he is his business mind, his portfolio. I do a lot of research on Bud. Bud coming to camp like 186, 190.
Damn.
He only had to cut what 22 pounds. That's beautiful.
Right.
Yep.
Instead of him coming all the way down to a 54 or 60, I get what you.
Facts.
But
So
if he was conquering another weight class, I thought it'd be cool for him to go to 160. I mean, you're not
I
going.
think that's what he gonna do. If he
Hey,
ain't,
don't entertain
sit,
175. That's
sit.
outrageous
I
at
don't want
that
to
point.
see him at 175 at all. Sit down. Sit down. Sit, Troy. Yeah, I don't want to see him at 175. My bad. I got a little
You got
DoorDash.
dog. Let me
Yeah, I
see.
got a golden doodle, man.
Let me see. Flip the camera.
Hold on. He barking right now. I'm going to give him my salad.
But yeah, at 160, if he went down and maybe
4695.
for
Yes, thank you. Yeah, 160 is one.
if he fought
160 is.
Jenna Beck or Islandi Laura. I
Hey,
mean,
how you doing?
it's the only belts there. It's the only belts. Or Carlos Adama is.
5 times undisputed is crazy. Undisputed is crazy.
That's what that's what I'm saying. Four different weight classes undisputed. That'd be
Yeah,
crazy. That's
yeah.
gonna put him up six. He'd be a sixth division champion.
Facts. That's
Unheard
history.
of. You're not gonna hear about stuff like that. And then it's kind of like if you go to 60, you can kind of more so cruise through. I'm not saying it like them guys is pushovers, but the chances of Terrence Crawford coming to 60 and just kind of cruising through that division, that'd be
Yeah.
That's the perfect way to just end this out, and then maybe get Canelo one rematch to end your career, and like end your career in like 3 or 4 fights from now. That'd be perfect.
That'd be perfect. Honestly, I want to see him go to 160, but I got one of my fellow fighters here from Paterson, New Jersey. He was a beast at the middleweight division. He just ain't get his shot yet, and it looked like he gonna get it. Ian Green, we got the same last name. He just started training with Roy Jones. Dude got power, skill. So I want to see him get his just
Send
through
me
his
his page
belts.
over so I can do a little research on him.
Yeah, yeah. You want me to put a comment in it? No.
Or you can just send it like the profile. If you go on his profile, it's gonna be the little arrow, and then
Yeah,
you
I got you.
share profile and send
Yeah, I
them.
should. I definitely share that with you. But
I
yeah,
been
I
make
want to.
I made a few reels of you, but I wasn't able to tag you because you got this feature on where people
I don't
can't
know. Yo, everybody be cursing me out about that feature because I
people can't
interact
add you
with
this
I
time.
I interact with everybody, but I don't know how to
Right.
take that shit off. Like I just learned how to set up my DJ equipment by another DJ, so forgive me. Like yo,
Did you ever think of like maybe having them type of sessions on TikTok? I see
nah,
like
man.
Alicia Bungardner, she be on TikTok real heavy, and sometimes like she might show some of her training videos on there and stuff. I think
Yeah, I
that's
mean
another way.
to get more visibility. Right now, we working on putting the person in charge of that so we can so we can capitalize off of everything that I've accomplished. We working on it though.
Somebody do the posting for you, so you don't got
Not
really.
even just all of that, just like getting me out there, like on social media, different businesses, all that.
Do you ever let people come like record you like training, like hitting the bag or
Yeah, I do.
I
Just
love to
not
do that.
sparring.
I
Yeah,
love
let me
to do
know
that.
if you're in the area. You could come. We got a beautiful facility. It's called Wall Athletics. It's lit there, man. We got a. I don't know if you ever heard about the
You
Chance
are
Brothers.
Jersey or New York right now? Where
I'm
you
from
where?
Jersey.
Okay,
I live in Jersey, but we got some great fighters that I train alongside with, like the Chance Brothers. Dude, George.
okay.
National champion Rajon Chance, Manny Chance signed with Top Rank. Um, Jalight, he out there with what's my man name? Mustafa out in I think it's Georgia. So train with
Yeah, I
some,
hear a
some
lot about Mustafa. I hear a lot about
yeah. He's a
Coach.
great trainer, man. Up
Coach.
in like yeah. You still want to see my dog? He shot out.
Hey, let me see.
Golden Doodle. Troy. So cute. Yeah.
That's
That's my
all
boy
right.
right there. So I just be in the house with him. He be going crazy sometime, man. He act
So
like a
like,
golden pit bull.
so like, after you get your fight eventually with Clarissa, if victorious,
Ain't no if. Take the IF out. Win them victorious, but go ahead. I understand. You gotta keep an even playing field. I respect it. I respect it.
Oh, at that point, would you then go ahead and maybe entertain somebody that haven't been in boxing in a while, like Hannah Gabriels?
I don't know, man. It gotta make sense. Hannah Gable's been out for a while, for a
And
long time. So it really
she's
wouldn't
been
put my.
very avid on her return, though. I just been kind of throwing her name out there, saying if she,
Yeah, but she can't return and expect the title shot from me. She
yeah,
gotta.
yeah,
She
it don't
got
work like that either. You
Nah. She
gotta put
gotta
the
work.
work in too. You know what
She
I mean?
gotta
You
put the
can't just
work in.
be off
Yeah.
your past
I just,
and
I
fighting
just,
stuff.
I just got near with Savannah Marshall, one of the hardest hitting females I ever been in the ring with,
That's what
skill
I'm
wise.
saying.
So,
Like, the name
yeah,
blew past a lot of girls real quick,
yeah.
real
So it's
quick.
my,
I
it's
mean,
my turn now.
you've been putting in work, but I'm saying
Yeah,
it's like as a late, as a
I
late,
came out of nowhere.
right?
So now I'm waiting for my bud moment. That's what I call
You
it.
waking these people up now.
I'm waiting for my bud moment, my Terrence
That's
Crawford
it.
moment. You hear me? A lot of people ain't believe. So
And hey, I'm not saying that I'm a non-believer or nothing.
nah,
I want to see, a great fight happen.
absolutely,
I know me,
absolutely.
you know what I mean. When that fight do happen, I gotta do the same way I do with her and Franchon.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just stepping back and watching as a fan.
Man, listen, I respect
But
all of
you
that,
know the
man.
thing is, it's always been tough for me, like in my area, because it
Hmm.
seems like the more relationships I build, right? Like say I go to one gym, and I've been wondering like, how do I deal with this? I can go to one gym, I can build with a group of fighters, right? And I'm thinking we got a good relationship,
Yeah,
and then I can call myself, going to another gym. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
might be the gym maybe on the other side of Merlin or something like that. And then it be a thing where it's like, it make them like, is he how
Yeah,
is he moving, or do we need to watch him, or do we, and it's
it's
like
understandable though. You know, you got to
I,
look at it.
I I I get it, but it's like
Yeah,
I'm not in this to be a spy. I'm not
right.
in
You don't
this to
got no
give up
dog in the
nobody's
race.
secrets. I
You
don't
don't got no dog in the race. You feel
right
me?
at the
So
end of the day, and but see, this is my thing. If I only stay one place,
how you
I will
gonna grow?
stagnate myself, and how can I grow?
How
That's
can
like
you grow?
saying, like one day somebody asked me, what I mean, your name's DMV Nation. Why are you covering boxes from all over the place instead of just the DMV? I say, because the DMV don't stand for DC, Maryland, Virginia. It stands for Dreams, Motivation, Victory. So
Fire.
thank you. So the way I look at it, my grandfather was the commissioner of DC boxing, Arnold McKnight, before he
Mm-hmm.
passed away. So I told myself I wanted to just take up some type of mindset, something that involved, the
Mm-hmm.
sport, just to, make him proud. And it's
Yeah.
because I love the sport as well. It's not just for him. It's because I love the sport as well. But I ain't had that. I was in boxing before. I ain't had that dog in me to go all the way like y'all.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, at
You
the end
need
of the
that
day,
dog. You need that dog.
you gotta have that extra push. You can't
Yeah.
just you doing something and then you back out. Like I ran track and then I backed out of that. I was in acting classes, then I backed out of that. And
You
it's
ain't
like
stay put.
you can't keep doing that.
Right.
It's flip floppy nature. So my coach, he did say that, like, look, you guys stop being so. If you building with a group of guys, build with these guys. But see,
Mm-hmm.
my thing is, I'm just trying to understand why I can't build with the guys I'm building with and still build with other guys.
You
You know
can.
what
And
I'm
don't
saying?
let nobody tell you you can't. Just keep doing what you're doing. Because that's how you build relationships. That's how you're going to get great content. If you only messing with a certain period of guys, them guys ain't, they giving everybody interviews. Not
Just like
just DMV.
if I ain't reach out to Hot Sucker, you know what I mean? Me and him, we locked in our interview, but
Mm-hmm.
it was just, when it come to y'all, I'm just kind of throwing, a rock, like just in a wishing wheel, like
Yeah.
is she gonna reply? Is he gonna reply? Like what's
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah.
happen? And just kind of going with the flow from there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you,
Because
brother.
you never know, and closed mouths don't get fed.
No,
Sometimes
they don't.
you gotta ask. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? The
Facts.
most a person can tell you is no.
That's it.
You know what I mean? Like that's all they can say. So it's like you better just try, and that's the way of pushing your brain. You can't just be quiet and expect this stuff to fall in your lap. It's not gonna work like that.
That's a fact.
So I think now going forward, I just want to build the consistency. You know what I mean? Try to build with more fighters. I want to know more names, as many names as I can. That's why I
Mm-hmm.
always ask towards the end of the interviews, any other fighters that you got, what I mean, a good respect for, and
Yeah.
just go ahead and send them my way as far as
I
like,
got you, man.
you let
Because
me
I'm
see
about
the
to.
pages so I can reach out.
I'm about to send you some names. I'm about to dig into this salad for dinner. But I'm gonna
I
definitely shoot you a bunch of names from Patterson that I think that really, got that skill, that it factor. And not even just Patterson, New Jersey. I'm telling you, when I send you these names, you're gonna be like, oh wow, okay. So I got you. I'm gonna bless you on that because I'm appreciative of you giving me your platform and
I'm
taking some time to
appreciative of
chat
you
with me,
giving me
man.
your time. This
Nah,
is
of course.
major. This is
Of
major.
course, man. It's all love.
So many bigger boxing brands than me, and for you
Yeah.
to get a little guy
Hey,
trying.
bro, you gotta start somewhere. You might be a little guy, not even such a little guy, but you might consider yourself a little guy today, and then tomorrow you'll be one of the biggest. So keep going,
That's
keep
love.
going for real.
Thank you.
I got you. I appreciate you, man. I'm out
See you.
later.